Hey there, everybody. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, man, it's like my settings got reset. No, there we go. Hey there, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. This is Friday night, and I'm Phil, and you are here because, maybe you just saw me pop up randomly on your YouTube scroll tonight. Maybe you've got nothing better to do. Maybe you're one of my regulars and you like showing up and you're actually here because you want to be here. That would be really cool. Hey, Stray Kids fan is here. Hi, Stray Kids fan over on YouTube. This is the final recording of 2025 for me. Final live stream of 2025. Oh, you like? Stray Kid says, I like showing up. Well, I like that you like showing up. Thank you so much. I like having you here. So it's been a fun year. I was looking over the progress I've made this year, and I've animated 25 scenes of new ad day this year, which is pretty great because I've got about 10 left to go. I say about because the last couple scenes if you look at my boards, it almost looks like it's one scene that I break up into 4 parts. Like, in other words, we start really, really zoomed in and then we end up kind of far out. And so I could do it in one shot and that would make it one scene where like the camera slowly pans back. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it from like 3 or 4 different angles. So in other words, I'll animate that scene from like this view, and then we'll move back a little bit, and I'll animate it a little bit from this view, and then I'll just kind of do that and just sort of slowly cross dissolve from one scene to the next. That's my plan. We'll see. And if that is what I do, then it'll be like 4 scenes. But it could easily be considered one, right? Christy is here. Happy day after. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Christy is here on YouTube. Happy day after Christmas. What day is it? What are we doing? It's all a blur. But we are here. Yes, today has felt very strange indeed. I agree. I've been feeling very strange all day. When I went to work, I was like, what am I doing here? What day is it? Why am I doing this? Cargo D Katie, I'm guessing. K-8-E. Hey, my day is going very well. Thank you very much for asking. How's your day going? Christian Bridges says, what? What? That's all I get from Christian. Oh, then Christian Bridges says, LOL, and post some emojis on YouTube. Yeah, you know what, you guys? I mean, I do plan on getting some drawing done tonight, but please feel free to participate and chat with me live. This is my last live stream of the year, so if I don't get anything done, that's okay too. Yours truly, Todd, says, why? We have a what and a why. Oh, we're getting there. That's good. Oh, Cargo's having a good day. Well, that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear it. If you read the description of this video, you'll notice that I said I'm still working on scene 55. Why am I still working on scene 55 when I said last week that I was going to be done with scene 55? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Christian Bridges says, last and then no more falls. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. 4 rivers. Well, whatever you guys are talking about, I feel like I just don't know what you're saying, but that's okay. Maybe I'm just a little out of the age range of what you guys are talking about. That's possible. Anyway, So the reason why I'm still working on scene 55 is because technically I finished it earlier this week. But here's the thing. I've been saying this all year. I try to get a scene to what I consider to be like 90% of the way there. And if I get it 90% of the way there, then in the interest of moving things forward and keeping my momentum, I just move on to the next scene and I go, there's going to be things I want to fix. 6-7 says Drippy Boy. All right. Yes, I can't believe I just did that, but I did. Thank you for the heart on Facebook from Lauren Ortega. Thank you so much. Stray Kid says, I started my own bank account this week. Oh, wow. Hey, that's congratulations on Tuesday. And I am happy. And I have about $302.02. Money, money, money. Hey, congratulations. That is actually absolutely something to celebrate. Okay? It really is. So congratulations. I know you just got a job, and I know that that's a big milestone for you. So awesome. Of course I know about 6-7. Just because I have gray on my chin doesn't mean I don't know what's going on out there, people. I'm on the pulse. I'm on the cutting edge. I'm not on the cutting edge. Don't take any of that seriously. Okay, anyway, I do what I can, okay? I do what I can to stay apprised of what is happening in the world. I don't like feeling like the only person that doesn't know what's going on, okay? So I have been working on scene 55 for what feels like is probably going on 5 weeks. That is not normal for me. It is an 8-second scene, and that means this month is maybe the only month of the year that I did not manage to get 12 seconds of animation done. I only ended up with 8. And I have been very disappointed in myself about that. I'm being totally honest with you guys. I don't really, I kind of have an idea of what happened. I don't fully understand what happened, but I kind of know what happened. And so the reason why I didn't get to 90% and say, I'm done, I'm moving on. The reason why I didn't do that is because, gosh, I've already spent this much time on it. I figured, let me just finish out, basically, a bunch of the drawings of this scene, I did like a stripped down version of my character. It's really basic version of him. There's like no facial features or expressions, and some of his arms and legs need to be tweaked a little bit. So I could have just said I'm moving forward, but I was like, you know what? I've spent this much time on it. Let me end the year feeling better about this scene. I'm already 5 weeks into it. Who cares at this point? So now what I'm doing is I'm going back into those drawings and I'm adding the details back in, just so I can just to have it look more robust, and maybe I'll feel better about it. That's why I'm doing it. So tonight, when I turn my camera around and start drawing, I'm just going to be taking existing drawings and enhancing them. That's what I'm doing tonight. The scene is technically done enough. It's not done, obviously, but it's done enough that I could be considered finished with it. I just would feel better if I kind of polished it up a little bit. Okay. Drippy Boy says, I'm Christian and you are too. Well, I never said I was Christian, but thank you. Everyone at my school says that, and it's so annoying. Says Stray Kids. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you. Canyon, is it Wiznant? Hi, Canyon. And thank you for the like from John Malay Ramos on Facebook, and for Daya Papaya, the heart, over on Facebook. I really do appreciate that. And if you're liking my video on YouTube right now, I can't see that you're doing that, but I do thank you for doing that anyway. So thank you. Just trust that I'm talking about you when I say thank you. That's right, you. You guys have been really cool this year. I really appreciate all of you for coming and hanging out with me, and a bunch of you started subscribing to me this year, which has been really encouraging. And I know my channel is kind of small compared to a lot of the big channels, and it has been growing, but at a very slow pace, and that's okay. I don't particularly feel like I have to jump through hoops to make people subscribe. I'm just I'm just being me, doing what I do, and I do it because I enjoy it. And if more people want to join me, then that's awesome. So I do thank you for joining me. If you are liking what I do, beyond that, and you want to see more of what I'm doing, you can go to retailsunshine.com, follow for free, and I post behind the scenes drawings and information about the animated cartoon that I'm making. I would love to have you join me there. I'm trying to build a little bit of a community there outside of social media because the algorithms are not always very nice to us artists. They kind of bury us sometimes. So yeah, there's little things we can do to try to edge ourselves out of that. So I guess I'll just get started. But while I'm drawing tonight, again, if you're just now coming in, I do this every Friday night for an hour, and I show you guys my process. I kind of talk about some of the things I think about artistically, and then I turn my camera around, and then I start to work on my project while you guys are here looking over my shoulder. I don't know why I do it. I think I do it partially because I was doing live streaming for a long time, and I sort of missed doing that. I had like a little live stream show I did during 2020. I like hearing myself talk about my process out loud. It kind of helps me to sort my own thoughts. So a little bit is like self-indulgent that way, I guess, or maybe cathartic, whatever word you want to use. And I do think it's cool to kind of share process with people. Particularly because this is a multi-year project that I'm doing. So, a lot of artists who are visual artists like myself, but people who make, like digital paintings, they will have a new painting to show, every other day or maybe every day, and like a finished work. And I don't have that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm making an animated cartoon. So the problem for me, if I want to like share my work, if I only want to wait till it's finished, it's like I won't be sharing anything for years, and then I'll share a bunch of stuff. And I don't know, I feel like that makes me a little bit more disconnected from people. And so the reason I do this is it's a way for me to kind of share artistically what I do, even though I don't have a finished product yet. Okay, I have finished work behind me on the walls, and if you like comics, you can always go to bookpeople.com and search my name. You should see in the corner there, and then you can order a book. So there's a way to get my finished work that way. Leo Anchirani says, "Hello, Zay. Well, hello. All right, I guess I'm going to turn my camera around. Hey, Tiffany's here on Facebook. Hello, Tiffany. Nice to have you here. Appreciate that. I'm going to start turning my camera around and get going. Mark says, "Hey, Phil, just got out of the shower." Well, you better towel off, buddy, because we're not gonna be okay with a bunch of nudists hanging out on this live stream. Thank you very much. But I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy that you're not physically in front of me after you got out of the shower. So thanks for coming decent. Appreciate it. Let's see here. And move my mouse over there, move my desk. Why am I doing that? I can move my monitor. Why am I moving my whole desk? Let's not do. Oh, I know why I did that now. Okay. All right. I've got some very generic music on in the background today, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. I keep thinking that the music that I'm sharing is not going to get me in trouble, and then as soon as I end my video, I get these little slaps on the wrist from YouTube saying, "We can't play your video in certain countries, sir." And then I go, "Well, that sucks." So I'm really getting tired of that. So tonight I'm just gonna have just generic stuff on in the background. I'm sorry if it gets a little bit boring. I don't like stepping on the toes of the music overlords. That is exactly what's been happening recently. So I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit. I'll show you a little bit of what I was working on before I went live tonight. So before I went live, this drawing here looked a lot more like this drawing here, sort of like a I don't know, like just like an outline sort of thing, and didn't have any of the the details of the fingers, and didn't have any facial expressions or hair, and then kind of like the legs needed cleaning up a little bit, and more accurate. And what I mean by that is I've got a drawing behind this drawing, and so I'm doing this and moving it and making sure that it looks like actual movement is happening. And if it does, and you can kind of see that where you guys are sitting, if you see that, so that I'm basically making sure that is working. And if that is working, which he's nodding, he's saying it is working. Yes. So as long as that starts working, then I feel like I can move on to the next one. So that is what I'm doing tonight. I'm just going through my existing drawings from this scene, which is scene 55, and I'm going to just put one on top of the next one, and to sort of add in details and make sure that things are working. You can see there's movement here, right? There's movement there. It does work, but I do need to clean it up a little bit, and I need to add some facial expression and hair and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Please feel free to chime in and chat with me, and I will look over my shoulder every now and then to make sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. Yes, this is a live video, so yes, you can please be respectful. And I can't believe I have to say this, but like, you actually want me to acknowledge you, you know? Don't be a troll. It's not fun. I get people who message me after the show sometimes, and they're like, "What is wrong with people?" And I go, "I don't know. They just like trolling." So if you're just here because you want attention, you can get attention, but like be polite about it, and I'll give you attention. No reason to be a different way about it. If you hear some barking outside, that is because I have a neighbor who keeps their tiny little dog in a little kennel thing, and they keep them out on the porch pretty much like the whole friggin' day. And so on my days off when I'm drawing here, I just get to sit here and draw and listen to a barking dog. That's like, I wish I could say that it was a one-off, but it happens like 4 hours, sometimes just the whole day. And if you hear a barking dog, now you know the story behind the barking dog. Okay? I don't necessarily think they're mistreating the dog, but I don't know that the dog's very happy. And whenever somebody walks into the building, or whenever somebody walks by, if they're walking their dog, and the dog just starts going off, and that's it. And you just gotta listen to a barking dog for hours on end. I don't really have anything I can do about it, which is not great. I'm being honest with you guys, which I am. I am being very honest. Not a fan of the barking dog. I'm not like, I'm an animal lover, so I'm not saying that like I don't like the dog. I just don't like that it's barking constantly. Yeah, you guys, tell me if you guys can hear it. If anybody does hear the dog. I do have some music on, so maybe it's not audible. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my. Let me put a little notification on social media. I forgot to put my little notification thing to let everybody know that I'm doing this. I'm doing it live right now. Isn't that super professional of me? There we go. That's how you know this is live. I'm updating my away status in real time. Isn't that exciting? Not that exciting. Let me switch the music up a little bit. No, don't like that. Yeah, do that. There we go. Hey, Samantha Roby, happy live stream night. Happy live stream night to you too. Different eyebrow. Alright, there we go. We're good there. So this frame is going to be called number. Yeah, 10B. I'll be on 10C next. Have painting. There we go. Let's grab the next one. All right, so let's see if I can switch this up now. There we go. That should work. Oh, that should definitely not be where that is. That needs to be fixed. That needs to get fixed. Can you guys hear the barking dog now? I'm sure you can hear that. You have to be able to hear that. Somebody let me know. Is it just me hearing that? If you guys don't hear it, you're going to think I'm insane. Marks can hear it? Yeah. That's a problem. I mean, I feel like maybe I should say something. I don't know. The fact that I can't do a live stream at like 9:30 p.m. at night. Well, I guess that's redundant, but like that's a problem. I think that's a problem personally. Christy said, yes, we can. It's not terribly loud on the live stream, though. Okay, it's loud here. It is pretty bad here. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so that should be greater. That motion's better now. So as I clean these drawings up, what I'll do later is I'll be scanning them again and then laying them over top of my placeholder drawing, which looked like kind of like this. I won't have to do really a whole lot more work other than that, and then that should just overall improve the quality of the scene, and I'm hoping it does. And then, I mean, it's got to. It's got to. Then we got like actual expression happening for my character. I don't need to get too perfectionist about it, which is for me is very difficult, but All right, I might throw on some game music that I don't think will have any problems with copyright stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a little bit of this. There we go. Hey, Rachel on Facebook, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the thumbs up from Marley Ianish on Facebook. I appreciate that. And for the heart from Rachel Meinke over on Facebook. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. Last recording of the year. And I'm just finishing up the details on scene 55. Oh, Rachel says, I'm doing well. I'm recovering from my shoulder surgery. Oh, yeah, I saw that you were having surgery. I've missed a lot of your happenings lately. I'm glad to see you making progress towards your goal. Thank you. How are you feeling about your progress? It looks spectacular. I'm feeling really good. But if I'm going to be honest, like this has been a really, really rough month for me. Like working on new ad day. This scene took way longer than I thought it would, and I've mentioned it a few times, but the reason why I think it happened is a combination of like being interrupted a lot when I'm like trying to get in the zone. I don't mean during a live stream. I mean like I have a job to go do, a day job, and so it's hard for me to like stay in a creative mindset when I have to be interrupted to go and do a job. So that's been kind of throwing me off. I would say that combined with the way that I had this scene in the original boards is not how I'm doing it. I changed how I was going to do it. I came up with a better idea, but of course it's a more complicated idea. And so I made it more complicated, and then I got mad at myself when it was more complicated. It's like, yeah, dude, you chose to do that. But I hold myself to like a very high expectation. I don't know why. It's not like I've been like a career animator. That's not been my. I don't have like decades of animation experience. So I don't know. I just hold myself to a very high expectation. And then part of the issue is then when it wasn't working and it wasn't coming together, then I started kind of throwing negative self-talk in my head around, and that doesn't help. Then you get into a downward spiral, and on top of that, this scene has two characters on screen moving at the same time, so it's almost double the drawings. So like it's an 8-second scene, but I kind of have double the drawings than I normally would. And this box that he's holding eventually leaves his hands, and I animated the box with separate paper. So right now it's on the same paper as him, but there's a whole stack of drawings, not a big stack, but a little stack of drawings of just this box flipping through the air. So ultimately, I have to composite 3 different moving elements into one scene. And that's before I even go back and add a background or a foreground or anything like that. It's a lot of work, yes. And so I was just kind of being real hard on myself that it like, why isn't this going faster? And it's like, well, it's more complicated. That's why it's not going faster. But when I'm in the heat of the moment, I'm not being very nice. And I'm not saying, hey, man, it's more than usual. I'm just saying, like, you should be doing better. That's what my internal brain sounds like. So anyway, now that I'm at the end of this scene, I'm right now I'm just kind of doing detail work. I already finished animating the scene. So tonight I'm just kind of going in and filling in the details. So it is done before the end of the year. That was my goal. I was like, let me at least get scene 55 done before the end of the year. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, I animated 25 scenes in 2025, which is really cool. There is maybe 10 more to go in the cartoon. Well, when I say in the cartoon, I mean in the scenes that are derived from the storyboards that I started off with. I am going to go back and add a few things that weren't in the storyboards. I don't think that's going to add too much stuff, but I just want to finish what I have in the boards first, and then I'll feel like, oh man, I did all that, Nora Houston says, hi, can you pretty please add a link for live chat? A link for live chat? You're doing live chat right now. You're live chatting right now. That's what you're doing. I don't think there's a link I can add for you to do it. You're already doing it. Rachel says, wow. Yeah, it's crazy. So like the number of drawings that is in just scene 55 by itself. Let me pull it up real quick. I actually don't know the number. I have it listed as 72, but I know it's not 72. I know it's more than 72 because I know there's more than 72. So it's 8 seconds of drawings, which typically, if you're doing 12 frames a second, would add up to be, I can't do the quick math, sorry. So it's just 8 times 12. It would be 96 drawings. There's probably more than 96 drawings for this scene because I have to like layer them up. So I've probably done over 100 drawings on the scene. And the part that's crazy about it is when I push play, it's like it's over so quickly. It's 8 seconds. And the whole cartoon is that way. But the nice thing is, you know, I've got over 5 minutes of animation now. So that's pretty awesome. You know, it's at least 5 minutes, right? It's like a video call. No, I don't have a way of adding a video call. Sorry. Oh, Marx is saying to stop rage baiting. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely do get some trolls on here. It happens. It happens. And here's what I will say to the trolls. Hey, I'm glad you decided to pop in. Okay, I know you just want like attention, and you can have attention. Yeah, but I would prefer you don't try to get attention negatively. That would make me feel a lot better. So, yeah. And also, I'm not gonna set up video call. It's not what I'm here to do. So I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down, but that's not what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of a line there. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. Let me just double check. Well, I'm sorry you think my drawings are weird, but you know, not everyone's gonna like everything, and I don't, you know, I'm not here to explain everything of why I'm doing what I'm doing to everybody. Or you can hang around and eventually find out. That's the other option. All right, so we got that, and then we've got this is going into this now. I'm gonna fix that. So I gotta fix. So this drawing's got a few things that need tweaking. I have to actually fix like his leg and everything on this one. You know what, Nora? I am a weirdo, and I'm not offended by that because I embrace it. So, you know, you can either get on board or get on out, I guess. Rachel says, "How do you decide when enough is enough?" Oh my gosh. I'm going to need you to be more specific about that question because I feel like that could be a question that goes to a lot of different things. Oh, Rachel says, "What I mean is when you're drawing and adding these details, how do you decide enough is enough lines already?" Thank you for thinking I'm an awesome weirdo. I appreciate that. So I'm basically looking at a bunch of different factors, right? So I'm looking at like, so in this part right here, he's lifting this leg up. So I'm keeping an eye on his knee. I'm keeping an eye on his foot, and I'm making sure that it's going in like the direction I want. Then I look at this back leg, and I make sure that like it's coming down. And so I just, as long as that looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do, then I kind of move on. So I basically go around the drawing and make sure that the movement is happening the way that my eye is like reading it. Like if I look at it, go, yeah, that looks like it's doing the thing that I want it to do. That's how I decide. If it's not doing it, it doesn't necessarily mean I need more lines. It means my lines are not clearly communicating properly. They're not in the right position. So then I kind of go, okay, why is that not working? I'll look in the mirror at my own body and seeing like what my own body does, or I'll take a photo and I'll look at that for reference or whatever. And the reason why I'm able to move pretty quickly tonight is because I already have the basic drawing done. But when I'm figuring out the position of where I'm putting a character, that takes me like a decent amount of time. And so, and I'm not the world's fastest drawer. So for me, it takes a while to have to like choreograph it. I'm actually choreographing it like it's a dance. And then I have to figure out, okay, well, how many drawings do I need to make this happen? And Mark says, you are on to them. You can see it in the tone of their writing. Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's fine. Look, I don't hate anybody. Okay. So if somebody comes in here and they don't know what's going on and they're and they want to like ask questions, that's totally fine. I'm not offended, and you're welcome to join me in here. But like I said, I'm just asking that people be polite. That's all I ask. I don't think that's asking too much. Um, Good explanation, says Rachel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Now, as far as like details in the face go, I mean, I already know how many lines make up my character's face, and so I kind of, you know, if he's gonna stretch his mouth a little bit wider than usual, then I might add like a little like crease line. But I don't do too many detail lines for a number of reasons. For one thing, when my characters aren't incredibly detailed, so there's no reason to do that. Another thing, there's a lot of motion happening, so you don't really need to get too crazy with the detail lines when there's a lot of motion, because it's just going to kind of happen like a blur. You really only want to show the stuff that you actually need, because I'm kind of zoomed out right now. You can see his whole body. If I was doing a more zoomed in version, if I was only showing this much of him and this drawing was like a lot bigger and we just saw his head and shoulders, then I might do more detail work in his face because we're closer to him and I have an opportunity to kind of do more details. So it depends on the motion, it depends on the distance, it depends on the subject matter. There's just a lot of things that go into it. Alex, and on YouTube, Alex, is it DeBuff? How do you say your name? It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Alex. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me here on a Friday night on your birthday. I don't know why you're hanging out here. You should be having cake and you should be passed out in a bumper car somewhere. But I appreciate you being here. Are you willing to tell us how old you are? That's the follow-up question, I think. A pretty normal follow-up question for someone telling us it's their birthday. So the other thing is, he's putting his foot, like he's leaning with his full weight onto his back foot on this drawing, and so because he's doing that, I'm actually going back and I'm actually thickening his leg right now. Oh, you're 13. Well, happy 13th. Oh my gosh, that means you're now a teenager. Last year you weren't a teenager. This year you are. And you are a Sagittarius, I think, if I remember my zodiac signs properly. So he's leaning with his full weight on his back leg now. Because of that, I'm going to actually expand his foot a little bit. Because he's got his full weight on it. Now, the problem with this drawing also is his other leg. I don't actually have it. I don't. It's not moving in the right way. So I actually have to kind of erase his knee, and I was mad at first that I had to go back and add all these details because I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be retracing my steps. But it's actually a good thing because it's giving me a chance to like. I was able to step away from it, and now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, oh, okay, I have to fix the way his body is positioned. So this is going to actually make it look a lot better. See if I can switch this up to get a little bit of Pac-Man going. So now I gave his foot more lift. So now when he's lifting it, it'll read a little bit better. So I'm just going through each part now and kind of like making sure the motion does what I'm expecting it to. I do have two screens. I have the mobile version and the landscape version. Yes, I do have that. Yep. But I have everything. All your comments come in under one list. I'm not sure if that answers your question. You can call me after this, Rachel, and we can talk all about the all the details. You can kind of see, yeah. You know, it's very subtle to see where you are. The music is kind of techno ravey. Is this a new thing? No. I've played this before. This is from Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. It's one of my favorite games. I don't play it all the time, but I love it. I love this whole thing. If you haven't seen the game, you should look it up. It's crazy. Really, really fun game. Let's get that eye a little bit differently. Figure we go out with a bang. Keaton and I were at CNC, and I was eyeballing a combo old school Ninja Turtles game for Xbox, but I don't have an Xbox. Well, what do you have? Oh, Sam OK is here. She says, this is some good music to build Lego to. Yeah, it is. Ooh, what kind of Lego are you building? So he's getting more and more panicked in these drawings I'm making, and so if you're looking at his face, it's really hard to see. I guess I'll have to show you guys, but I'm basically making him look more and more concerned. Ooh, some little plant guys that Santa brought me. Ooh, Santa was really good to you. That game I mentioned, Pac-Man Championship Edition DX, is available on Xbox and on PlayStation. It's one of my favorite games of all time. If you ever want to like have a crazy, wild time with Pac-Man, it's very different than the original game in the sense that they've really like sped it up a lot and added a bunch of like crazy levels and different like objectives. It's really fun. It's great. If they make another one, I am absolutely getting it. You got rid of all your systems a month or two ago. Oh no. Oh, Keaton bought a new Xbox. Okay. Why'd you get rid of all your systems? The story is getting more and more sad. Oh man, my pencil. All right. I'm gonna finish this drawing up and then end it. The game is called Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. It is one of the best Pac-Man games you'll ever play. I'm a big fan of arcade style games, so it's like perfect for me. Yeah, I'm going a little bit longer tonight. It's the last video of the year, so you know. Might as well, right? Rachel says, Matt, I think you know the story, but it was a good thing for our house to take a firm break. Yeah, I got it. I get it. All right, I'm gonna show you guys close up what I was working on. Okay, this should help a little bit. So, this is what I was doing tonight here. So I've got, you can see the motion happening there. As long as that motion looks like it works, as long as it looks like it's following like logic, then I'm okay with I'm okay with it, and I'm ready to go to the next one. So that's what I've been doing, one frame at a time, folks. And I'm probably gonna call it there, but give me 1 second here. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too, Marks. Let me make sure what frame was this. Oh, this was frame D. No, it wasn't frame. Was it frame D? No, I don't think it was. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Oh, that was frame D. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. I'm confused. Is C and D the same? Oh, C and D are the same frame. Oh, so this is frame E. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put a little note to myself there. Oh my gosh, organization is really important, and I've been pretty good about it this whole time. Pretty good. But this scene, things kind of got away from me, and I got a little unorganized, and wouldn't you know it, it definitely made a difference in what I was doing. All right, so let's turn everything back around. So I've got this is my stack of drawings. Hold on a second, let me show you guys here. Since we're winding things down for the year, I'll just show you guys a little bit of what I've got left to do here. Okay. So this is where the part of it ends. Let me see if I can come back here a little bit. Hold on a second. How do I get it? All right. So I'm going to try to do another flip here. So I'm going backwards now. I'm playing these backwards for you. So you'll see a drawing every now and then where he doesn't have a face, like right there. There's a few, and then he doesn't have his hair there. So there's a handful of drawings like these where he's like stumbling around. There he doesn't have a face at all. That's a swipe frame. That's a swipe frame. And there's another one where he doesn't have his face. So I don't have like a ton more to go, but basically this stack I have to go through and do what I was doing tonight. and make sure that he's got like all his facial features and everything looks like it's working. And then I'm done with scene 55 for real, for real. So this is my like stack to go through before the end of the year. I may do that this weekend, or it might happen Monday, Tuesday. I don't know, but it's going to happen before the end of the month, before the end of the year. So that's what I'm working on, this stack of drawings. And tonight I managed to get about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, like 4. I got like 4 of them. I did 3 on camera, but I did 4 of them at my desk tonight. So anyway, I don't know, maybe a few more hours before I have that done, and then here's the exciting part about that. Let me lower that a little bit. As soon as I get that done, that's the end of storyboard page 21, which means I will be down to the last 3 storyboard pages of my original 24. So I get to start the new year on storyboard page 22, which only has 2 scenes on it. So I'm cautiously optimistic about how things are going to go. Excuse me, I'm getting like a hiccup or something. Hold on. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I'm wrapping up the video. This is my last live stream of 2025. For all intents and purposes, by the time 3 or 4 days happens from now, I'll be totally done with scene 55, which means I got 25 scenes done in 2025. I've said it a few times, but I'm going to say it again because I think that's really cool. I like when numbers line up. So my goal for the new year is to complete animating the last 3 pages of storyboard. I want to completely finish animating all of that. Now, after that is done, I have a couple scenes to go back and add. Not a lot, but there's a couple. I think I could probably get those done next year as well. But for now, I'm just going to say my goal is to complete the last 3 pages of the storyboards, of the original storyboards. That's my goal. And then beyond that, we'll see what happens. Hey, what's up, DRGWI6JH? It just rolls off the tongue. Marks says, we wish you a good night, Phil, and a happy new year. Thank you, Marks. Same to you and your family. I really appreciate you being here with me throughout the year of 2025. It means a lot to me. Thanks to Carrie Brown on Facebook for the heart. I do appreciate that. And how have I been, DRG? I've been doing very well, thank you. You are coming in at the end of my live stream, so you may want to go back and watch from the beginning. But thank you for being here. And those of you who enjoyed what I'm doing, I'm just gonna put out the call to action to everybody before the year ends. Hi, Courtney A Hope 235. Hello, happy New Year to you, Christy. Thank you so much. 0M Edits. Hello, I was scrolling on live streams and I found you. You found me right at the end of. Why do people do this? I love it. I'm not mad. It's just people always find me right as I'm getting ready to sign off. Happy New Year to you too, Sam. Okay, thank you for being a channel member. If you guys aren't a channel member, I would consider it. It's 99 cents. It helps me build my channel out. I really do appreciate it. If you're broke, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can also go to retailsunshine.com and follow me for free there, along with subscribing to me here on YouTube. All free things. Those are free things you can do. I would love to have you here. I've got a lot in store for 2026, and I'm super excited to finish rough animation in the new year. I'm actually beyond excited to even say that. I started animating this project in May of 2023. So I took 9 months off so I could put a book out. Okay, so I didn't really take them off, but I mean, I took it away from animation so I could assemble my latest book, which if you haven't seen already, just go to bookpeople.com and you can search my name there. It'll pop right up. I know you just got here. Yes, this is the end. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I've been streaming for over an hour now. Zero Edits says, is YouTube be advising live streams at the end of them? I think you're right. I honestly think, because every week, right as I'm signing off, a handful of people come in and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And it's like, well, I've been doing this for an hour. I don't know what to tell you. But I do this every Friday at 9 Central. So you can, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, you'll get notified. But you can also like set a reminder for yourself. I do it the same every Friday. So I'll be here next Friday, first show of the year, which would be really exciting also. So don't worry, you didn't miss too much. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot to me that you guys support me, whether that support is monetary or whether that support is free, whether you're here like just checking it out, having a conversation with me, like all of that. I appreciate all of it, guys. I don't want you to think that like, you know, if you're not throwing money at me, then I don't care. That's not true at all. Okay, so thank you so much for making this a great year. It was a year full of challenges. I feel like I've risen to those challenges, even though I got frustrated sometimes along the way. I'm proud of myself for not backing down and for being persistent. And I still have the passion in me to keep going with this project. This is the biggest animation I've ever made, biggest animated project I've ever embarked on. The most ambitious, probably the most ambitious film that I've ever made. Maybe compared to, I would say it's on par with how ambitious the Batman documentary was. Anyway, have a good night, DRG. Bye, Zero M Edits. I appreciate that, you guys being here. Thank you for subscribing, Zero M. I appreciate that. All right, guys, have a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I will see you in 2026. So thanks so much again for being here, everybody.